Hello gamers and welcome to some Steel Division 2. I'm showing you a game of the Peasant Joust from the Kingdom of the Noobs. It's a game between Blitz and NaughtyMonster. And the way this works, you determine the map with the get maps and ban some maps. And then all the divisions are sorted into different tiers. And then players can ban tiers, and then I think you can then also ban some individual divisions on top of that. And then you pick a division that's unbanned from an unbanned tier. And Blitz picked Groupement Dody and NaughtyMonster second Pancelos. Both play Maverick, and the map is Zbuczyn. And Groupement Dody, one of the best divisions currently in the game, due to its infantry. He will be very fast with the Saboteur. He's got all the good cars in A phase. Some éclaireurs, snipers in B phase. Some in A phase, 11-man sniper squad. Infantry tab. He did not go for... he did go for the beefy Goumier here. That's the beefiest unit in the game. 22 units. Yeah, you would always take that, I guess. Even though they don't deal that much damage, unfortunately. But they are super beefy. And he's got lots of AB rifles with bazookas. So one of the advantages of this division is also it has a ton of bazookas. Glider rifles and Partigiani for CQC. Molotovs are a bit underwhelming these days, but still. There's no dedicated CQC unit in A phase though. Then A and B phase leaders, so he definitely wants to do the leader gameplay. Montagnards in B phase, 2 of them, one with the bar and one without. So a ton of infantry, also C phase here. They have sniper rifles, really good. They've got the bazookas here. And he's actually got 100 infantry, and it's 100 really good infantry. Tank tab, some Stuarts and the M10A1. Port tab, this is quite nice. HD damage, cheap. He goes for the commander. The howitzer is amazing. I think it's been nerfed recently a little bit, but it's still amazing. And then a Hotchkiss, unvetted interestingly. Anti-tank M3 gun over the M1 gun. Probably due to the speed issues, and the cannon, and then basically a Wolverine and a Puck, captured Puck 40. Anti-air, 2 Bofors, all you need. Interestingly that he doesn't take the 25mm because this is actually a really good piece. Artillery, he goes for the radio mortars, 81mm. Obusiers already in A phase, and then 155mm Obusiers in B phase. And all of them don't come with a support track, but there's support tracks here in the tab. There's also a good Air Force, Recon plane, really fast, good fighters, single vetted. Then rocket plane, quite nice, because you don't have to fly over it directly. In the Marauder in B phase and the P-47D. No Black Widow, which is kind of like the new gimmicky unit of this division. Yeah, probably because it's available in C phase, so it's really helpful, I guess, in quick play. But in 1v1 with a time limit, not so much. Okay, let's check NaughtyMonster stack. Second Pancelos is also a... Second Pancelos is also a fantastic division. My OBS is a bit lagging sometimes, so... Okay. Also a fantastic division with an amazing tank tab. You get everything from Turans to Panthers, basically. Also the Recon tab really good with Toldies and Panzer IIIs, double vetted in A phase. Like, you have to bring them like that, but that's how you would bring them anyway, I think. He didn't go for the Java, which ain't that bad, but for the Felderitok, basically he could use them as an infantry squad as well. Infantry, good Hungarian infantry, And yeah, they've also got like a bazooka, basically. One leader. The Motolovesh 44M are really nice because of the bazooka, I think. Yeah. But I think his tank tab might struggle because of all the enemy bazookas. So the Turan is a unit attack power probably wouldn't bring. He would possibly bring maybe a leader tank. Also this cheap Toldi, I mean you get 3 leaders for 10 points. It's actually really, really good. And I think I would possibly even take that over that, even though you can do the micro with the smoke. Yeah, Tiger, Panther, Panther 4, Panzer 4. 2 cards of Turan once, but very spammable in C phase. Against bazooka infantry, maybe not that helpful as in other scenarios. Langauer Schock, Schwarzlose, a leader here as well, a commander, even though there's only 1 leader card here, well 1 here, and presumably, yeah, there's a battery Führer as well. Then, yeah, not much here. This is a really good AT gun, but yeah, he's got his tanks, and Groupement Dody doesn't have much tanks anyway. Anti-air, the fantastic Nimrods, variety of different types of Nimrods. They've been nerfed a little bit recently with another price nerf, I think. But still a good selection, also good for infantry support. All of them single vetted. Artillery, he goes for the cheap off-map. I think actually, because you get 3 chargers, those cheap, shitty off-maps aren't that bad if you use them well in cities or forests for suppression. And it can be really nice. Here he's probably going to try out the Hobotango move using a 130mm mortar for fire at will. I tried that out as well. Then he's got a really expensive big artillery piece in A phase already, but with a supply truck. It's a bit expensive and it's also super slow. And then another one in B phase also with supply trucks. Maybe a bit of an overkill because he also has 2 supply trucks here, 4 supply trucks here in B phase. And he will probably resupply the mortars, but still it's going to be very, very expensive to bring on in his artillery. In the air tab there's not much, there's no fighter. He's relying on his Nimrods. And even though the G6 R6 ain't that bad, it's a bit a paper plane, but it's got autocannons. And then 1 bomber. That's definitely a good call against all this infantry. Okay, let's jump to the battle. It's my first replay cast for a while, and also I have a slight cold, so bear with me. Yeah, Zbuczyn, you have quite some open space here, and blue can try to get onto this hill. And it's a bit annoying for red to get into here, because as you can see, there's no road in the 1v1 version here. So this is something blue could and should always push, I think. And yeah, he's supplying a lot here, because he probably knows that. That this is a threat here. Yeah, on the left side is Blitz, and on the right side it's NaughtyMonster. Both members of the Kingdom of the Noobs, run by Hobotango. And you should join it if you want to learn about the game. Also join all the other discords like Bootcamp and SD League and the official Discord. But the Kingdom of the Noobs is kind of like a medieval themed clan, and with lots of good players, lots of new players. So it's really good fun. Yeah, in the north here, it's tricky for blue to keep the blue flag here. Because it's so easy for red to get into there. Saboteurs are going for some cheesy early aggression. Not that much though, here. More like protecting. And here you can see he manually directs them this way. And he's going to use his saboteur to ensure that it doesn't get captured. The Photons, that's one of the disadvantages of this division, are really, really slow. Oh, I think I 70, 60 only, yeah, 60, so really, really bad. We also see here the first mortar already deployed for this Hobotango tactic that he recently showed in a video where one of his 120mm mortars did a lot of damage. And we can see that NaughtyMonster plays with an efficient shot on. Also for the Nimrod's interesting. Okay. Ooh, the bit too late to kill off the saboteurs, but he's doing some damage here. Turn down the volume a little bit. Spies. Yeah, against all those dragon cars, we've got the Turan. Where's the fighting? He's pushing this flag as we expected, but the saboteurs are already in there. And now the tricky thing is, because Recon units don't influence the front line, he doesn't think anything is in here. So this guy will probably kill this. Maybe in the transport. Hotchkiss, good call here. Tanks are sitting back here. Not sure why. We have some engagements here in the town. The saboteurs are kind of sneakily everywhere. Not super aggressively deployed, but still. And NaughtyMonster won't know that they are there. In the north, as I told you, red already in position, Blitz in this case. And it'll be really hard for blue to win that flag back, also considering that he has that Blitz has deployed quite a few units here. Glider rifles, I mean, they can, the bark is, it's an automatic rifle, meaning that it can shoot below 100 meters, so it has some CQC capability. Now fight here against the AB rifle, Turan coming in. There was the saboteur play. This is killing this, and yeah. Reinforcements are coming in, and then this flag will fall. Early Nimrod is a tricky call because you never know. Do you want to play with AA in the first tick or not? Because Groupement Dody has this Recon plane, and I can understand why he brought the Nimrod, because you don't want to give your opponent vision. But then again, it might be better to have a fighter ready, or it's ideal if you have a Recon plane yourself that can actually fight. Now Saboteur fighting against Turan. This unit is pinned down, and yeah, Goumier and glider rifles here. And now he's pushing with Tirailleur leaders. Interesting. He's okay, they're actually going back there, I see. Here you can see it's a bit risky. If you don't micro the path, they take the shortest path with fast move and stuff. So moving here is a bit tricky. I mean, they can't shoot because probably they didn't have vision on it, or it was too fast. But it might have been better to micro this way. And here we see the lightning. Let's deploy it first, which probably was the correct call. And the Nimrod will open fire in a second, I assume. Here we go, and it's falling back. Yeah, so he could deny that. The mortar firing, presumably with fire at will. And the saboteur still hidden in here, and NaughtyMonster did not manage to win that flag, so it's 16-8 because because Blitz is taking the town. With the help of the saboteurs, he could win the initial engagement, and then he's reinforcing quite nicely. And he's also using, you know, the opening here to do the push. The Recon unit will go down, and there's another Nimrod. Well, only because there was this one front line. I don't know if the correct call to bring in more AA, because you need something to win your flags back here, and you won't win the flag with the Nimrod. And there's yet another Nimrod. So we've got, basically you can divide most maps into 3 lanes. So you've got like this lane, and you've got the center, And you got the right one. Here's the forest stuff. Here it's a bit more open. And then you've got the city fight basically in the middle. And now he's kind of covering every lane with the Nimrod. But there's not really an AA threat. And they are like about 100 points. 95 or 100 points, depending on the version. And it's not like they will win him his flags back. The Panzers here have been useless before. They should have moved up here a bit earlier. And that would have given Blitz this, NaughtyMonster this flag a bit earlier. There's now some Pepper Shock. We need to check what they are. I've forgotten what they are. Now Nimrod will be able to kill the Spahis, I suppose. Yeah, it's a really good car. But the glider rifles can now circle around, and they've got the heat. They've got the bazooka, and they will open fire on the Nimrod. The Nimrod needs to micro back. Needs to be microed, but yeah. Can he suppress on time? And the glider rifles stop. They should have moved further, and then they would have killed the Nimrod. Not sure why the Nimrod stopped shooting. Shooting again. And this is almost in range, but only almost. So quite lucky here for NaughtyMonster. But he's back to 1311, so that's good. But still here, he has lots of problems in the center. The mortar firing. But the thing with fire at will is also that it's you obviously run out of HE ammunition rather quickly. Now Hotchkiss will go down. This is actually a place where blue can rather easily push onto this flag. You know, continue your push, get into this forest, and then maybe even put something in here and threaten this reinforcement lane. And then you can rather safely deploy AA here as well. Or here. It's always easy to save, you know, when you're casting. In the heat of the battle it's a different thing. But we can see there's clearly already a lack of infantry for NaughtyMonster. And there's still a tirailleur fighting on its own. Oh, the Nimrod. I missed the Nimrod going down. Or did he retreat? I think he retreated, which would have been the good call. He's calling in tanks, but he doesn't need tanks, he needs infantry. The off-map is coming. Okay, that's a good call to maybe attack the town, take the town back. Howitzer shooting at the tanks here. But they will be able to stop it. Forcing it back. And now one infantry dude that can maybe push a bit here. Threaten this flag. Now the artillery piece is in. It's good that he moved it away from the reinforcement lane and even a bit into the forest, almost. Or is it in the forest already? It's not. And he should use it to support his infantry. Now the Panzer IV goes down to the cannon. There's clearly a lack of infantry, and as you can see with the 1311 points, this is basically what Blitz achieved by using the saboteurs quite nicely, in my opinion. Holding the enemy back here a little bit, capturing the town, and then using the advantage he has on this map in this area. And as you can see, he told in 60 points of toldies, of 2 rounds, and they don't do anything. Now the AT gun goes down. It was way too forward deployed without any support. More toldies, I'm not sure why. And now, good call, the supply truck is going here, but it's terribly slow. In my opinion, NaughtyMonster now should try to win this flag back and then push on this flag. and this flag, because the town is pretty much lost without the off-map. Considering that Groupement Dody has such amazing infantry, all his Tyrants won't help him in here. If he gets too close, they will be bazookaed. But you can see, even the Tyran 1 is a support tank, together with the Nimrod, doing a really good job. The Tyran 2 has better range. This is only 1,000 meter range as opposed to 1,500. Also, I think the Tyran 2 has a slightly better penetration. 59. Triple mortar, if they were, quadruple mortar, if they were mobile, this would be a wolf pack. But the mortars are really good, but there's actually no need for them. I mean, he's going for the Nimrod. Okay, I think he will kill the Nimrod. It's open top, and with the radio, it's within radio range. They are so precise, but he's not using this one, just those three. I don't know why. Let's see. Direct hit. Now he needs to micro away. And there it goes. That was super fast. Lots of points down the drain. I mean, they also costed quite a few points, but he can use them. Some infantry, he's also now using this, but there's nothing in here. Obviously, he doesn't know, because there could be something in here, but there's not. So it's going to be a waste. The puck trying to attack the buys, and that's successfully. Now he needs to continue pushing, but you can see how hard it is to win this flag back once Red has captured it. Lots of tiny units in here. Motorized aftershock, very good. This push is too late. Instead of the Nimrods, you know, make this push on this flag, this counter push. All the goes down, all the armored support went down. Tiger incoming. Yeah, and now NaughtyMonster is actually in a position to win this fight. He will defeat the glider rifles and he will defeat them. The motorized aftershock have enough brag. There it flies. If you zoom in, you can always see it, and then you can try to micro your way out. It kills both units. Really, really good kill. And now it's support of the Tyran. He will be able to take out the Steward. Now, and this tank is basically blind. There's no infantry to support this, to give it vision. He does have some Recon squads, but he's not the Felder or Tok. Maybe he's out of them already in A phase, in B phase. I think he has some in B phase, right? So he needs to support his Panzer. The off-map is now finally moving forward. And he is doing the push that I suggested before with one infantry squad here. Now hurting a bit, but the Tiger should open fire on the tank destroyer in a second. And should be able to win this. This should bounce given the distance. Armor cracked even. So second infantry would be good now to continue the push on the flag. Tyran goes down to again the mortar fire. Now the off map is coming. And now Blitz is reinforcing this position, and it's, yeah, there's Bofors here, there's Bofors here. Now it's basically impossible, I think, for NaughtyMonster to push back. And I don't know why he's splitting up his forces. I think that's a really bad call. Also considering that he knows that there are stewards roaming the forest. So keep them together so they can kill infantry and he can kill the AT. This is now very ballsy. Blitz must think now that he's going to win, otherwise why would he do such a risky move? Oh, bailed out. That's very unfortunate. But this pack does a good job. This AT gun. Okay, now he kind of needs to micro and move this 1 unit closer so that they can throw their stuff. And we get the first off map of the game. Still 59. It's really good now. Here you can see he's got some infantry waiting. And they will roll into the town once the off map has finished. It seems that the off map has been spotted, but the Nimrod is saving the day. Baldy tank good for Reckon. And he continued to push. Here's the 2nd infantry squad. So theoretically speaking, it's always best to, I don't do it, but it's theoretically always best to do a combined arms approach. So for example, doing this push here to win this flag and then support it with the mortar or the artillery once you spot the infantry. Move this forward now. Okay, this is looking quite decent here in the south. Really good job by NaughtyMonster. And he's moving in with his stuff. They are pinned down, but this one is not. Really, really unfortunate. He needs to be on his micro now. Okay, it gets suppressed and then quickly surrendered. But attention, attention, there will be bazookas. Oof. Okay, quick unload, that was really good. Oh, the Boton goes down. Probably to the Obusier. But, you know, the killing of trucks has been nerfed. In most cases, some of the crew survive unless, you know, a tank hits it or something on a T-gun. I'm not exactly sure what the values are, but for example, tank rifle, anti-tank rifle won't kill the units inside completely. 2nd off map already incoming, really, really good call. He might actually win back this flag after that, but he lost this one. Okay, but he's on his micro here, moving his units forward. This tank needs to be, yeah, there's Reckon here, but he needs more Reckon here. Oh, they do have the bazooka. And he knows it's there because he's shooting at it, but he's continuing the journey with his Turan. The Turan will go down. Yeah, too late. You could see he was moving back, but it was too late. That's a very sad loss. He also needs to jump to this house at least, or maybe further, even further to here to try to tackle those saboteurs. Yeah, and the push kind of did not work. Up here in the north, Blitz in the meantime has counter-pushed, used the time that NaughtyMonster and we spent in this area to attack here. There's only a Nimrod. If they push out, you will kill them, but I don't think they will push out. This tank is also unsupported, not so good. And the mortar is silent and the artillery is silent. This is bad. You could, for example, aim for the mortars manually. You can't do counter battery on them, but you can aim for them manually. And with the Big Bang, it might actually help. Now, this is wasted points. Now he has time to bring in the puck to attack these units and the Panther. Why so many Panzers here? Why so many tanks? 3 tanks on, I don't know what the plan is. There's already a Tiger that will kill everything, tank wise. He needs to focus on this area and on this one. He needs to stop the double tick. Yeah, and the Puck 40 is able to kill these theoretically. At the distance, depends. Loader knocked out, and there's no HE support, but he does he have? I'm not sure. In the support tip, I think there's nothing that would really help, but some infantry would help, or support artillery. Now coming, and it's actually going for this spot really good. And there's radio, thanks to the Panther leader. What's the reload time here? 6 rounds per minute, that's not too shabby. Now, this is still silent, there's ammunition here. Just put it on fire. There's a Befehls tank now coming. Why? Yeah, the north is lost. There's no way that NaughtyMonster will push back against Groupement Dody into this area. Center also lost. Which flag could he grab? To be honest, this one, obviously, and this one, but there are no units to grab that. And 2 more Nimrods coming in. That's, yeah, because of some planes, but yeah. That's, you know, that's your instinct. You get attacked by planes and then you call in AA, but in this case, I don't think it was a good call. Because what good are they going to do? They will recharge until they have reloaded. The game will be over. 17-7 already. I mean, it's a valiant effort by NaughtyMonster, but against Groupement Dody, nicely played with, you know, the mortars and the push. And I think also that the map favors red a little bit, because you can kind of push back into here. It's a bit tedious, but you can. And on the other side, it's much harder to push back in. So GG, well played. Yeah, also very good KD for Blitz. NaughtyMonster actually quite experienced, player level 21, 279 multiplayer games. But I think he relied a bit too much on AA and his tanks, and Tradesman Blitz we can't see. And then here the M3 gun did a good job, the glider rifles, Goumier. Yeah, the tank leader got taken, the Panther leader got taken out in the end. And yeah, those Hungarian AT guns are really, really good. This Nimrod did a good job in his support role. The mortar actually killed 2 units, but for 80 points, that's not too bad. I think this is like 55, and this is 55, and this is also 55 maybe. But use it more. When you bring, also here you can see AT gun really good, also in the anti-infantry role. Tiger help clear out and win those flags. And the artillery piece was too silent for too long, I think. Yeah, but it was a good game. And I think that Blitz just executed his game plan very well, and it's always better when you are in the initiative, because then you need to force your opponent to react. So let's say you push him, then he reacts, and then he invests points there. You actually have captured the flag, and then you can maybe even shift your focus and attack another spot and keep your opponent on the toes. It's always better to act, because you can then dictate where the battle takes place with what units. And I think what NaughtyMonster needs to do a bit more is a bit more flag awareness, to not lose flags and try to win them back a bit earlier. you know where you can theoretically, like on his right side in the north from our perspective. And then also to do a little bit more combined arms constantly. But those are two things that you need to practice and practice and practice. I don't do it, so I'm not a very good player, but theoretically that's what you need to do. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and check out the Kingdom of the Noobs and also the Kingdom of Steel YouTube channel run by Hobotango. Until then, bye for now.